Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Adelina and I make videos about living in my tiny house on wheels and living a more intentional life. I'm late filming this video today because I had to wait for all of the lawnmowers to stop, and there's no guarantee that more won't start up. But as you can see, it's a beautiful sunny day here and everybody is taking the opportunity to get out and mow their lawn. I did that earlier as well. The nice thing about my lawn is it's so small that it takes no time at all to mow. And I just had to break up a cat fight, a literal cat fight outside the window, which was freaking poor Sophie out because like her mom, she's a lover, not a fighter. And so that kind of thing just freaks her out. Anyways, today I have some news, probably the worst kept secret ever because I posted stuff on Instagram, but I want to share with you some news and give you a little bit of sort of let you know what's been going on and what the future holds for me. I hope you like it. I think you'll be as excited as I am, so stay tuned. Okay, I've just closed my door because there's a bunch of trucks outside, and yeah, one of the downsides to living in a very small house is that you can't just escape to the other side of the house to get away from the outside noise. And that's just the way it goes. All right, so the news is that I bought a van. I bought a van that I'm going to convert into a camper van. So the first thing I'm going to say is I am not selling the tiny house. I am not moving out of the tiny house. I am not taking up full-time van life. Not now. Who knows what the future holds. But what I do want is a vehicle that I can take on as a project to build out and make, you know, a really super fun, functional, funky camper van that I can travel in for, you know, months at a time, that I can work out of and be really comfortable in. So I have been wanting to do this for a while. This isn't new, and I have mentioned it very briefly a couple of times in other videos, but the thing is that I've been fascinated by vans and van life for a long time. You know how much I love small spaces because I live in one, but I like camper vans. I just love that tiny little space. When I was still married, we had a truck camper and I just loved it. I reupholstered everything and I just made it really cute and homey, and it was so much fun. And so I've always loved that, and I've always wanted to do something like that for myself. When the pandemic hit and nobody could travel, it was impossible to find a used cargo van anywhere. If you found one online, it was gone by the time you called. They literally were like just going like crazy because everybody was thinking the same way I was. We can't fly anywhere, we can't travel anywhere, who knows when this is gonna end, and so we might as well convert a van into a camper van. So they were going really fast and they were expensive. But things have died down a little bit, and I actually found one, and I'm really excited about it because I knew exactly what I wanted. Now it's all quiet outside, but I don't trust them. It's going to get noisy again, I guarantee you. So what did I buy? There are three types of vans that are the most common in North America. Obviously, it's different in other countries in Europe and things like that. But in North America, the three most common vans that are converted to camper vans are Sprinters, Ford Transits, and Dodge Promasters, Dodge Ram Promasters. There are pluses and minuses to all of them. A lot of Sprinters, that seems to be the most popular one because they're narrow, they're tall, they're quite nice. The cab is really quite nice. It's a Mercedes, and a lot of people use those. I think because they're really easy to park. That you can park them unless it's an extended, you can park them easily in a standard width parking spot, things like that. But they're more expensive, and they're definitely more expensive to service because they're Mercedes. And because the Sprinters are narrow, widthwise, they're the narrowest of the three, you have to sleep lengthwise in because there's just not enough room unless you're really quite short to fit widthwise in a Sprinter van. The second is the Ford Transit. The Ford Transit is a little boxier, and it's a little wider. The Sprinters also curve up quite a bit as you go up, and from the front to the back, they also kind of spread out a little bit. So they're not at all square in any they're not at all square. So the Ford Transits are more square. They're definitely squarer. They're a little boxier. They're a little wider than the Sprinters. If you're shorter, you can sleep widthwise. You really can't be that tall. I think if you're any taller than 5'7", 5'8", you're going to have a hard time sleeping widthwise. The thing I don't like about the Fords, besides the fact that they're sort of that in-between width, they're not quite wide enough for a comfortable width bed, is that the cab nose is quite long. So the vehicle's longer, but there's less usable space because that cab, the nose, the engine, the front is quite long, which to me just makes it just a little bit more awkward. I don't really like the look of them, though they're quite popular. So the third one is the Dodge Ram Promaster. That's what I wanted. That's what I bought. The thing I love about the Dodge is the fact that it is the widest of the three and the boxiest of the three, the squarest of the three, which means that you can sleep widthwise unless you're very, very tall, and I'm not. And it makes it a little bit easier when you're building in it because things are a little bit more boxy. So you're not dealing with so much of a curve. So that's what I bought. I also like the fact that the nose is kind of squished, so they don't feel so long in front. I took it for a test drive. It actually drives really well. I mean, I drive a Toyota Echo, so I drive a very small car, and I didn't have any problem driving the ProMaster. So what did I buy? I bought a high roof 3500 159 wheelbase ProMaster. So it's longer and it is tall, so I can stand up in it easily, and there's lots of room up top, and I really wanted that. That was really important to me. I did rent a camper van, a converted van, last summer for a little holiday, and it wasn't one that you could stand up in, and I knew right away that that was not going to work for me. I'm not that, like I say, I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'4", but I want to be able to have upper cabinets, and I want to be able to stand up easily, and I want anybody who is in the camper with me to be able to, who's taller than me, to be able to stand. So that was really important. I also eventually want to fit it out with a shower stall and a compost toilet. So I wanted something that was wide, fairly square, and fairly long. And a 3500 is also a bit more of a workhorse, which I like because once you've got everything in there, including, you know, solar and your shower and all of those things, water, batteries, it weighs a lot. So I wanted to be sure that I had a vehicle that could handle it. So that's what I bought. It's a 2017, and I'm really excited about it. Because now I have a project. So I was hoping to have it on Friday. When I looked at it a week ago, Friday, they were going to redo the brakes because the brakes needed doing. There was a windshield wiper motor that needed to be replaced, and they had to custom order that. And then it gets inspected by a mechanic and signed off on. So you get a report signed by an independent mechanic that everything is up to par. And I think that that's really important. All the work's been done, but the mechanic hasn't finished. They started, I guess, Friday afternoon, and they're not quite done. So I'm hoping that Monday or Tuesday I'll get this van. It does have a wall, a bulkhead wall behind the seats from the cargo area that I'm going to tear out. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do. So that's what I bought. And I'm going to insert some pictures and some videos of when I saw it. And so you can see what it looks like. So it's June. It's the middle of June right now. I live in Alberta, Canada. Our summers are not very long. And there's no way that I'm going to be able to get this camper fully done, designed, and built, like full out this summer. First of all, I need to budget for that. And secondly, there just isn't the time with me working unless I paid somebody to do that. And that sort of defeats the purpose of getting this van and taking on this project myself. I mean, because I love power tools and I love playing around. I'm not an expert. I actually don't know a whole lot. But I figure, like so many things in life, you just need somebody to show you. You need to do the research and you can figure it out, right? And I have friends that are handy that are going to help me out. My friend Cam, who built the shelf, my plate rack and the shelf here in the kitchen, he's super excited about this project, so he's going to help me out a little bit. I am going to get help when it comes to doing the wiring because I think that's really important. But what am I going to do this summer? The goal is to get it roadworthy, get it set up so that I can take it out to BC, to British Columbia, to do some scouting for a parking spot for the tiny house. So what do I want to do? Right now, I am looking to do a very simple, no-build build-out. So I'm going to do some of the things that I think are priority. I'm going to put a window in because right now there are no windows in the cargo bay of the van. I want to do that. I want to put a max air fan on the roof. So those two things are important to me, a window that opens and that. And then I want to, obviously, I need something I can sleep in. I need a little kitchenette. I need a porta potty, definitely. But I probably won't invest in a Nature's Head or an Airhead, I think is one that I'm going to look at because I believe they're a Canadian company and theirs is a little smaller than the Nature's Head. But I have to do the research. But I have lots of time. So I want to incorporate those things. I need a seating area. I need a comfortable bed. I need a kitchenette. I need some sort of a refrigeration. And as far as electrical, I'm going to get a Jackery that comes with portable solar panels. And I'm going to use that for my electrical because I have a propane camp stove that I'm going to use. Or I might buy a single burner butane stove. And that's where the max air fan is really important to have the proper ventilation. So I don't need electrical to cook. I would only need electrical for my devices and for my whatever fridge that I buy. And so I'm also very aware of the money that I spend being useful when I then do the full renovation, because in the full renovation, I again want to put that shower stall in. I want to put in a custom bench, bed, table area, and have, I'm really set on what I want there. I want proper cabinets and uppers and insulation everywhere that needs to be, and definitely solar on the roof. But that will come starting in the fall. Then I can start working on those projects come fall. But right now, I'm going to see how I can build this out in the most time-effective and cost-effective way and make it comfortable and usable. Today, being Sunday, I took a little field trip to Ikea because you know how much I love Ikea. And the last Ikea video I made for you guys, I talked about a couple of things that I thought would be good in a van. And I'm going to show you some of those things again in this video coming up, because I think I know what I want for my bed. I think I know what I want for a little table. I think I know what I want for my little kitchenette. And then I just have to do some ordering for the Jackery, the max air fan, and the windows. From what I've read, RV windows, RV supply place might be a good place to look for a window versus, some of these van conversion type places because they tend to be more expensive. But we'll see. I'm just going to do some research. Right now, I just want one small slider that I'm going to have by the bed area, and then the max air fan so that I can have some air circulation through there and good ventilation. So that's what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm very excited. So let me show you the videos of what I saw at Ikea because there was actually a lot there that can be used for a camper van for doing a no build build for a camper van conversion, and that you could then repurpose again or sell, right? Because obviously you can sell these things, but they were really cost effective and light, which is also something that I think is important when you're building out your van. So have a look, and then we'll talk about what happens next. Hope you can hear me through my mask, but option number one is this bed, sofa bed. It's really a day bed, actually, and it's got a twin size mattress that you use. I like that I could put storage underneath it, and that the arm comes off. Actually, so does the back, so I can use this again later when I do the full van build. Quite like this one. Again, you just buy the frame and the covers, and then you buy a mattress separately, but I like this a lot because it's comfortable, and then just for me, a twin size bed is perfect, especially for now. And when I do my full van build, I will have this. Well, here's sort of the plan, at least, is to have this at the back, and then two pieces like benches on either side with a table in the middle. So a U shape, but with the back being a twin. And then when you fill this in, make this a bed, it becomes a queen size or a double size. Anyways, what do you guys think? Now, there's this one. The nice thing about this one is the wheel well would fit in between there, so this could snug up against the side of the van a little bit easier. And then when you want to make it into a bed, you just do that and lay it down. It's a little stuck there, but yeah, I mean, that the design works. I don't know if I'm crazy about how this feels, but I don't know, maybe with a memory topper that could work. I like the mechanism. That could be quite handy. We have this one. It's that one, and you can get different covers for it. Inside it's the same as what's down here. For some reason it doesn't want to lay flat. I don't know about this one. I'm not sure how much I want to mess with this. Every day, if I'm out in the van. So, yeah, the covers are nice, but yeah. This one's kind of cool. It is a chair that converts to a bed. Wow, that is actually pretty cool, but holy cow, the price. Here are some interesting little cabinets. Now, there's two here, but you could just get one. And that could be handy for a little overhead cabinet. There's a bigger one. Here are the smaller ones. And then the little mini ones. You know, that is not a bad idea. All right, I showed you this when I was doing my tour of Ikea to see what was new and interesting. And this is just sort of a standalone unit. Obviously the cooktop is not included. But, you know, I gotta say, that's not a bad little setup for a quick and easy kitchen for $149. Obviously, not including the fridge or the cooktop. And this sink is 6 inches deep and 15.5 by 13.5. So that's a good, decent sized sink. I don't know. It's going to be one, either this or the other one. Let's look at the other one. Oh, but while we're here, I've got these cute little carts that you can put on either side, which could be handy. This one's on wheels, which may or may not be a good thing in a van. However, there's something to be said for having some extra storage, and it even comes in red. Something to definitely consider. I got to tell you, I'm kind of leaning towards this one, though I'm not sure if it'll be too big. But I love the fact that it's sturdier, one, but it's still got the same size sink and a stainless steel top with a backsplash. This rail here for hanging things is really awesome, and then a couple of shelves. Definitely kind of a cool thing. And there's a drawer here that you could put your pots in, cutlery, pots, whatever you wanted. That's magnetic, so you could use that to your advantage. This one is probably going to be, I haven't decided yet, but it'll be one of the two for a quick little kitchen setup. And then when I do my full build, I think I can still utilize some of the parts, or I'll sell it. Yes, this one is more expensive though, $329. So that factors in. I do have to determine whether or not it's too tall, but it is a high top van, so should fit. We'll see. I think this table could also be a very good idea across from the couch, so I could sit and work, or flip down and be out of the way. You know, I could put my laptop on there and watch movies because it mounts to the wall, doesn't take up any floor space, and it could go over the wheel well, which would be very handy. So I kind of like that. Oh my God, how cute are these little hook coat hanger things, whatever you want to call them. I love that. Goes on the wall, allows you to hang your hats and your coats when you need them. That is a brilliant idea. Pretty cool ideas. There's lots at Ikea, and my mind is just spinning. I mean, I get quite obsessive when I've got a project in my head. It was the same when I was designing the tiny house. For years, I was nothing but floor plans and research and watching every video, so I have already been doing that. And I think for my bed in the full build, I want something different than I've actually seen anywhere, but for what we're doing for the purposes of this summer and going forward, I think I'll do that bed couch, because it is a great way to get the seating and the bed area in, and I can work around the wheel wells a little bit too, because obviously the wheel wells you got to factor in. The van itself, the cargo bay of the van is quite long. It's 143 inches, about 12 feet deep-ish. I don't know exactly what that'll be once that bulkhead wall is out, but that's a lot of room for a van, and I think it's like 74, 78 inches, 76 inches wide. I can't remember, but fairly nice and wide. That's why I love the Ram so much, the Dodge so much. So there's a lot to play with, but I think if I can get a very simple water system in, and so obviously no plumbing is going to be involved this time around. I'll have solar lights, battery operated lights. I'll use the Jackery for charging my devices, and the car obviously batteries, the plug-ins when I'm driving. So that should do me for what I need, because I'm not actually going to be living in it for months at a time right now. But once it's built out, and then I definitely think that there's no reason why I couldn't travel for a couple months at a time and continue to work. As long as I have Wi-Fi, then I should be able to work no matter where I am, which is very exciting. So that is the news, and I wish I could take you on a little tour of the van, but it's not here yet. So hopefully Monday it's done, signed off on, and I can go pick it up. I've got the plates, I've got the insurance, I've got the registration, I've got the cashier's check to pay for it. So all I need is a ride out to pick it up as soon as it's done. The channel is not going to be all van videos, but I will keep you up to date on what's going on with it every couple of videos. I'm not sure, we'll see, but I think it's kind of fun. It's exciting. It's a tiny house. It just is a much tinier house. The challenge I've set myself is to build a cute, functional camper van in a very efficient way. And obviously the fan and the window is going to be expensive, but that's something I would put in the van anyways, so that doesn't matter. The bed, couch bed that I think I'm going to get, I can repurpose for the base of the bed that I'm going to put in, or if not, I'll sell or give to one of my kids. And so the kitchenette is the only thing that I'm not sure if I'll be able to repurpose, but it's too efficient. It just makes so much sense to buy one of those from Ikea. I haven't quite decided which one I'm going to get yet. I'm kind of leaning towards the bigger one, the more expensive one, because it's sturdier and it's got those shelves on top. But I don't know. We'll wait and see. Once I get the van and start measuring everything out, then I'll know what I want and I'll show you guys. And you can watch me make a fool of myself trying to do this work, because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I have watched a hell of a lot of videos, and I've seen a lot of people, mostly women, but not always, who have never done this sort of work before and take on this project, and they get it done. Because of course, it's like anything in life, you just need to learn what you're doing. You make some mistakes, you learn from those mistakes, and that actually is not a bad thing for me to do this first step, this quick no build out, because then I will learn a lot. I'll be in the van, I'll travel in it, I'll get a feel for it and what works, what doesn't, and what I want. And I think that's important too, when you're in it for a few days, a week at a time. You get a real feel for, what you want in it and what you don't need. So we'll see how that goes. So anyways, you can tell I'm excited, and I am, because I've been kind of craving a new project, and this is one that I've wanted to do for a while. So we'll see how it goes. I'll definitely share it all with you. Get your feedback. I've had some amazing feedback from some friends on Instagram, sending me videos and websites and people to follow on YouTube that I have definitely taken to heart. A number of them I'm already following, because obviously I've been watching a lot of videos and doing this research, so it's kind of interesting. But some of them I didn't know about and have been really useful as far as getting ideas. So, because there's so much information out there, and really in this day and age you can learn to do pretty much anything on the internet, and I'm not doing anything complicated, so I'm going to keep things simple but still make it homey and efficient, and that's really important to me. It needs to be efficient. I need a comfortable place to sleep. I need a place to prepare food. I need to be able to do my dishes inside. I want to be able to cook inside, and be able to sit and have my laptop out and watch a movie or something like that, not have to feel like I have to be outside of my van all the time. Yeah, I'm really debating about a swivel seat for the passenger side too, because I heard that you can just get this bracket for the bottom of the Promaster seats versus a whole new base, and so it doesn't really lift it up a lot. I saw that on a video today. It's amazing what you learn on the YouTubes. It's where I'll learn to do all of that. And I'm going to take you along on that journey. I hope you'll find it interesting and kind of fun. And feel free to give me advice and giggle at the mistakes that I make. Because you know me, I'm not going to just show you the good parts. I'm going to show you all the parts. There may be some tears. There may be some blood. Just being real. But ultimately, there will be success and a lot of fun and joy, especially when I get to take it out to BC and start looking for a spot for serendipity to move to her new home, which is something that is overdue. And now that the pandemic is coming to an end, we're so close to being there. I got my second dose on Friday afternoon. Yesterday I was a bit out of commission again because of the shot. Nothing bad, just achy, tired. I just wanted to sleep, which I did. And today I feel like $1 million and kind of bulletproof. You know, not saying I can't get it. Obviously the virus still exists, but I'm relieved that now I'm fully vaccinated. My oldest son, who is the type 1 diabetic, the juvenile diabetic, is now eligible to get his second shot. And then my younger child, they'll be able to get their second shot here. By the end of the month, we'll all be fully vaccinated, which is a huge relief as a mom because, yeah, we're all sick of this. I'm sure you are too. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's staying safe. Let me know if you have any ideas for the van. Let me know if there are any websites, YouTube channels that you think I should watch. Again, I've probably seen them, but maybe not, because again, there was a couple that my friend on Instagram recommended that I hadn't checked out, and that was pretty cool. And I'm open to all suggestions. We'll see how it goes. Oh, thanks for watching, guys. It's been awesome to be on this journey with you, and I'm super excited to take this next journey with you while still being in the tiny house. My big tiny house life isn't going anywhere. I've just got a tinier house that I'm building as sort of an accessory dwelling, and maybe a guest house when people come to visit, right? If it's fully contained. We'll see how that goes. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe. Still, most of you are not subscribers, which I don't know why. Why wouldn't you want to join our family? The people here are awesome. You guys are amazing. It's such a supportive group. So please subscribe. Please click that little bell notification. That seems to be important. YouTube likes that. And give the video a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, give a thumbs down. Still counts. The video, YouTube still likes that. It's any interaction is a plus in their eyes. But I hope you give it a thumbs up. I hope you liked it. And I will see you next Sunday. Of course, we have contractors. Okay.